So this is just the second video about the historical research. So this is really important. There is an outcome in your typography module about historical and contemporary research, okay? I think a lot of you have done this. You might have it in notebooks and places like that, or you might not have done it. At this stage, I don't care if you didn't get this work done before Christmas, and if you're going to work on it now, that's perfect. So I'll put this little video in, and then on this report, so I'm looking here for pages 2, 3, and 4. So on page 2, it's initial research. So all the stuff, I talked to you about the Bauhaus, I introduced you to the Bauhaus, what it was all about. We went on a trip to the National Gallery, and you did lovely drawings in your notebooks for that. But things, what did you learn from this trip? Then the print museum that we went on, any photos that you took, any drawings you made, what did you learn from that trip? Let me just go into, if I go in here, and I want to show you one of the students, yeah, I'm in here. Where are we? Sorry, I was doing stuff for third years there, typography, you guys, our classwork. Let me show you what 1 or 2 students did related to this. And I think this works out really well. So I know I was looking at Marson's. Where is his? I hope you don't mind, Marson. I'm going to embarrass you now. Here we are. So I know at the start of the year you guys had a lot of stuff in notebooks, and certainly when we went out on trips you brought notebooks with you, and you drew and you took information down. So what you can always do here is, for example, there's Marson's work about the Bauhaus. Okay, so for example, this is one of his sketches from our trip to the National Gallery. You can photograph your notebook and pop it in. Another lovely drawing that he did. Here's photos from the print museum, more photos. I know when we went to the National Gallery at the start we were taking photos and then we got given out to. If you guys in some way want to share photos around, like if some people got some photos and then some people didn't, I know on the day we kind of said, we can share them. Nobody knew this situation was going to arise. You guys could set up, if you want, between you can email them to each other, or you could set up a Google Drive folder, or I don't know how you guys communicate outside of here, Facebook, if you even use that anymore, or WhatsApp or whatever, and you can share photos around. I don't mind. So that's another way of doing it. These, we won't come to this yet, but just in terms of the historical stuff, yeah, photos like this are perfect. Okay, once you kind of write under them what they are, and 1 or 2 little notes. So I do ask you, like, for example, what did you learn from this trip? Or describe the trip to the print museum. All of these places still have websites. The print museum has a website. You can go on it if you think, oh God, I can't remember, what are the details? Where's the print museum? All of that information is online. So what did I say? Page 3 is typographic terminology. So if I go into, where's Marson's? I'm getting, here we are. So Marson has, for example, on his, remember this hand glovery handout that we did? And I told you to stick it into your notebooks. Obviously I can't collect your notebooks now, but you can photograph them and get them in. All of this lovely, do you remember all this we did? Learn about different periods in type design and all of that. Okay, and what did I say? Page 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Page 4 is about historical research. So I did give a list of some type designers, and I want you to pick one of them, at least one. If you want to do more, that's fine. So describe his or her work, the typefaces that they've designed, the era they were working in, any imagery and some text. Put that in to describe your findings. So I put some people in: Claude Garamond, Max Miedinger, Giambattista Bedoni, Paul Renner, John Baskerville, Eric Gill, Susan Kerr. What did they contribute to type design? What was distinct about their most iconic typefaces? If you can reference, like if you take an image off the internet of, say, Eric Gill's work, just paste in, at this stage a URL will be fine. Paste it in very small underneath where you got the image from. And that's it for this section, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Let me double check. 2, 3, and 4, okay, is section 2, historical research. Okay, so if you can work on that, it would be excellent.